The I'll put it this way. This is a simple way to say a lot. The church is a family, so it's a place of relationship and being known and knowing others. The community. Secondly, the church is a hospital, place of mercy and healing and restoration and freedom, forgiveness. Thirdly, the church is a school. It's an equipping place. And it's funny as you go through each of these categories, the percentage of Christians that get involved get less. So most Christians love the family and love the hospital because there's personal benefit, but getting equipped, becoming a disciple, it diminishes to some degree. And then fourthly, the church is an army of benevolence and salt and light, being an influence, being a force in our community. And again, because of the risk factor, that tends to diminish even more.
Yeah.
But that's how I kind of measure the health of my fellowship, and kind of put my finger to the pulse, like how are we doing as a family, as a hospital, and a school, as an army. And it kind of covers everything. And then there's much of subtopics underneath all those. So in the early days, we didn't have any programs, but all these young people got saved, and I formed a band. A bunch of us formed bands just to evangelize. We weren't even very good, and we would I'd pay you to come to your church. We just wanted to play somewhere and tell people about Jesus, and all these kids were coming to Christ. And during that whole hippie generation, especially in California where we lived, it was huge.
Mm.
And all these kids are trying to find peace and love. Remember peace and love in those days,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
act in nature. And they were looking for answers but couldn't find it. And then finally, it's like, hey, Jesus is your peace. His presence. He is love. And instead of trying to find answers within yourself or expanding your mind, like the drug culture and all that stuff, and free love, we found it in Christ. And so the message was so simple around Christ. And then we all just rose up and we're telling everybody about Jesus, and it just turned this huge revival. And I thought that was normal Christianity because I got saved myself during that time. And then when it declined, it was weird. It was like, what's happened? Why is that? We haven't changed what we're doing, but there's something, the car's not turning over anymore when you put the
Mm.
key in. And so there was issues of pride and different things that had to be dealt with. And so that kind of simplicity, where the ministry was given back to the people, and being naturally supernatural is a big value. It wasn't all hyped up or anything. And the really just having faith is to go do things like plant churches in some other state or city. Didn't make sense in the natural, but all these young people just did. We started planting churches and multiplying and leading people to Christ. And it was, it's been an amazing, amazing thing to see that.